Hello, hello. Today is June the 30th, and we are officially in Cancer season. So let's pull a few cards on what's happening right now after the new moon and see what advice the universe has for us. So we are here in Cancer season. Universe, please show us what it is that you want us to know for the highest good of everyone involved. For the highest good of everyone that is watching or listening to this video, what message do you have for them? Okay, the High Priestess. Wow. Right off the bat, mystery. Walking into the unknown. Element of surprise, wisdom. Going down into sort of our underworld, unlocking our deepest fears. Okay. But you're walking into the dark. You're walking basically into the pits of your own hell. Okay. And the reason why you're doing this right now is because you need to retrieve something, some information about yourself personally, so that you can basically transform, transmute it, take your fears, see what your fears are, look them in the face, realize what it is in your life that's truly holding you back from going to the next level. Okay, so the High Priestess also brings this very elder type energy in. There's a wise owl here, and this is also signifying like death, resurrection, coming into more wisdom, becoming an elder through your actions, your own personal growth. So, so walking into your underworld is what I'm hearing. Also, she has this key. The key in her hand, I'm hearing Hecate. Hecate, she stands at the crossroads between the past, present, and future. And she's sort of a keeper of ancient wisdom and knowledge, your lineage, all of the things that need to be unlocked, whether it's, she kind of deals more with the underworld. So the things that we brought generationally through with us, which are extremely embedded, even like in the DNA. So it's really just seeing what it is, like what's in your underworld, what is in the basement. And you have to be ready for that, because you can feel like you're like splitting in half. Okay, when you start to have an awakening, it's a split. It's so confusing too. So the journey of the High Priestess is not really for the faint of heart, but we all are called to do this journey. Whether we accept the mission or not is our own free will choice. So it just depends sort of whenever you're ready to really heal some of what needs to be healed deep within your being. Whether it's abandonment issues, whether it's addiction issues, whether it's just people pleasing, caretaking, narcissistic, anger issues, We all have our issues, but we're being called to really examine these issues. Examine, why are we just living this way when we need to go and just really bring light into the basement. We need to open the windows up, let the light in, dust out the cobwebs. So dust out anything that's toxic is what I'm hearing. And it's not just one-sided, it's for everybody. We all have these things. Even if you're a victim, why do you continue to be a victim? You know, you have the choice. Sometimes it's not easy, but you have a choice. And that's when you really have to just say, okay, I'm going to prepare myself. Just don't get lost in the dark. Don't get lost in the, especially because Cancer is very emotional. So it's almost like, are you going to get lost in the emotions of the underworld and get swept away by that undertow? Or are you going to, anchor yourself? Know that no matter how bad the storm is below, you're going to go in and you're going to pick up basically what seems like trash off the bottom of your own personal ocean floor. All right? Clean it out. And the storm is going to pass. Yes, for some people, there is an energetic storm. For others, it's more of an inward journey, and it's like, you know, Cancer is also very much so the home. So you might feel like you just need to go and be by yourself for a little while in your own comfort of your own home so you can feel out your energy. Why? Because it's hard to do this deep healing. It's hard to do the shadow work when you have distractions, when you're distracting yourself, whether you're distracting yourself with your own desires or someone else's. Okay, so what's the guidance, please, moving forward? What's the guidance moving forward, please? Okay, let's see what our guidance is. Ooh, the Magician. Okay, exactly. This is like, once you go do this healing, this shadow work, it is huge transformation. It's like almost like a demolition, okay? And then a rebirth, a resurrection coming up. The Magician can take the most heinous, hideous, darkest basement of sorrow and hate and misunderstanding and ugliness and transform it. You have the Magician energy coming through, and it's saying, take a hold of this energy in the month of July during Cancer season. If you need to retreat into your home, go for it. However, don't stay stuck in your shell. Be a crab that comes out and walks around, all right? Don't be crabby, but know when you need to retreat and allow for the transformation to come in. Bring the water element in. The water element can really heal a lot of upset, fiery energy. Bring the water in to cool the flames that are uh, brewing and bubbling, and it's like a cauldron in our lower chakras. It's just everything's bubbling up, bubbling up, bubbling up. Well, probably if you just bring in the water of just some element, just to bring everything down to a simmer, and then just kind of let it be. Okay. The transformation is going to happen. But we want the transformation. It's either going to be like a more smooth, calm ride, or it's going to be like ripping a band-aid off and it's going to hurt like hell, you know? I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter. But if you could just kind of put a little bit of water on there to loosen up the glue a little bit, you know, it makes pulling it off, even if you rip it off a little bit better. Just, you know, maybe dissolve some of that, the friction is what I'm hearing. Use the water to help to transform and bring the light and the dark more into balance, finding acceptance with who you are as a person, because we don't need to always try to change everything that we think is bad about ourselves, because a lot of things that we think are bad about ourselves are not actually bad. They're just misunderstood. Okay, so let's keep moving forward. But some of the things about us need to really be looked at so that we can come to this card. Okay, this is just leaving all that behind. This is bringing in hope. It's bringing in the ability to start over, find something amazing, a new adventure, a new journey. No, it doesn't necessarily like mean that it's not a little bit intimidating, but there is this hope that's coming in. As long as you go in and see, go down to the darker part of the oceans and see what's there. That's kind of where all the weird, scary fish are. All right? That look like monsters. And so, but there's also a lot of beauty that is on the ocean floor, you know? Sort of where like the treasure is. All right? Transform yourself. Use the water element to bring in the magician energy, to heal, to transform. To the magician is like huge growth. This is opportunity to really grow and really transform your life. Like if you're not happy with an aspect of your life, this is the part where it's like the universe says, I am giving you some of this energy like the wizard, okay? And it's like, create your life. Create the life that you want, okay? But the wizard, he is deemed a wizard because, you know, he himself has been to the underworld and collected all of the pieces of him that needed to be collected. And he transmuted his own shit. And he knows he's powerful. And he knows that he is not like anybody else in the deck. Okay? So being confident also in who you are and what makes you you. Know thyself. The Six of Swords, crossing deep waters, bringing hope. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. You're either going to cross the deep waters or the devil's going to trap you in your own underworld and hold you there in pity, in greed, in doubt, in desire, in codependency, in victimhood, in narcissistic tendencies. So are you going to get trapped by the devil in your own dadgum underworld? No. I mean, that is an option. But the magician is up against, you know, the magician is actually fighting for you. The magician is saying, I'm here to help you. And then you've got Hecate, you know, she sits there between past present and future. And she's like, okay, I hold the keys here, but you can only go down the paths that you've basically earned. So how far have you gotten? Where have you earned? I can only unlock your realm as you have earned it, or as you are ready for. If you're not ready to dive deep, um, she's going to keep you, you know, repeating the same lesson because you haven't moved past that one. We're going to revisit the same realm again, living the same old shit over and over again. Or are you going to check that realm off and say, gatekeeper, please let me slay some more demons. Let me slay my own demons. Let me see what demons are actually woundedness that I can nurture, heal, and use to my advantage, and ones that are just not needed anymore. I need to let those dark dragons fly away because they were never mine. They were never those. I don't really believe that people are born evil. I think that we all have uh, attachments that happen, and we bring these attachments through, maybe through conscious decisions that we have made. But if we have consciously invited something negative or malevolent into our life, we are allowed to consciously release that too. But it's hard to see, something that is either hiding from you or has caused, enough turmoil in the third eye, in the mind, in the heart, in the feeling world, the spiritual world, that you can't really even see what it is. So, the gatekeeper, honestly, I hear Hecate is like, all right, well, let's see. Let's see what level. Don't get swallowed up. Don't go back to bad habits. Don't. Keep hope. Okay? Celebration. I love this. Celebration. 3 of Cups. Stay happy. Maybe find some people to help bring you out of your shell, because it's deep work that we're doing, and it can be very draining. It can be a lot of times, you just don't want to get stuck inside of your shell for so long. So you may bring in some celebration just to help lift you up, to help make it through these major twists and turns. All right, let's see here. What else? Guidance for everyone for their highest good. What message do you have for us today? Keep moving forward. Okay, the Lover's card. Oh, so I see the Lover's card. Okay, so let's put it this way. Also, next to the 3 of Cups, this could mean a third party coming in. Okay, this could be the changing of lovers. Okay, this could mean, honestly, somebody's cheating or doing something, on the sly. However, what it can mean is basically you are going to have the chance at love again. Okay, and to bring love into your life. But that's going to happen if we move through this magician's world and either transform ourselves and bring ourselves up to a higher, healthier level, or, if we don't do that, we could get sucked in by the devil, and it's going to be a lot of lust. Okay, there could be a lot of lust, but if you remain hopeful, you can have some really great friendships and love coming in. Okay, and I like to stay positive, so I'm just going to assume all of us are going to choose the magician of love and light instead of the devil. And we're going to bring in good, healthy relationships, or we're going to become good, healthy partners. Whoop. Let's see what that was. Yeah, 9 of wheels. Yeah, keep your independence, keep your creativity. This is working and building and reinventing yourself and seeing who you are. Um, very confident energy. Um, and it's successful energy, but it's also kind of this mm, not getting too involved with somebody energy either. So, you know, that's okay. That's a good place to be, because honestly, when you become more and more yourself, you actually become like a better partner. Okay, you become a better friend, you become a better family member. Okay, um so yeah, just I don't know, this is just sort of it's just basically saying, like, reinvent yourself, reinvent your life, reinvent your circumstances, and make it beautiful, make it abundant. um yeah, this is a great card. Very creative, very passionate. um there's almost this bit of, like, I mean, all these cards are very beautiful, but a bit of elegance to it. But also she's got the rooster here. Um, and it's so funny because, she's very elegant. She has on pearls, yet the rooster's also kind of like, I think of like getting the eggs and doing the egg clearing. It's like almost a little bit like mystical woo woo type energy too, Be eccentric. It's almost like this eccentric energy coming through. Be excited, right? And then boom, we've got the sun. I don't know if you can see the sun, but happiness, happiness coming in. Things are looking up. Things are getting better. Things are moving forward with the sun. It's like, okay, this is great. A lot of happiness is coming in. Also, going back to this devil card, don't be scared to face the devil either. Don't go back into addiction, falsehood, stop staying bound to things that don't serve you any longer. Okay. But sometimes you got to go up against the devil and say, hey, like, um, I got to face what my deepest fear is. Okay. And if your deepest fear is letting go, okay, you're just going to have to let go in order to make that journey. All right. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to get better. Okay. But if you give in to the devil, so you can walk up to the devil and basically say, okay, what what is it? What is it that you have on me? What are my fears? Okay, then when you really rationalize all that away and look at it from a very objective mind, you're not going to fall prey to the devil anymore. He can no longer emotionally control you, he can no longer spiritually control you, and he can no longer mentally, physically, subconsciously continue to control you. Or you sell your soul and just continue down the path that really ultimately will keep you stuck. So I do feel like we are going to have to dance with the devil. And we're going to have to see what our darkness is, learn how to make, you know, basically what it is once you have that egg right here, you crack the egg, right? And the sun comes out, right? The yellow sun comes out of the egg. Well, once you crack that, basically that outer shell that you have created around the story that you've been living, the reasons why things are the way they are, the excuses that you make for living a life that's not really fulfilling. Once you crack it, it's like, oh, well, that yolk is on the inside, the light is in there, but the crack has to happen. And that crack is what is going to let the light in and let the light out. Okay, saying that the yolk is light. Okay, but what came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. So basically, man, we're gonna have to tango. We're gonna have to tango, but just don't give in to the devil. Don't give in to the negative thoughts. Set your sight on happiness, on joy, on happiness, not lust. Okay, not revenge. And then you have the ability to bring in new love, or you could stay with your old love and make things work. But as you grow, it's like, the past, present, and future all come together. So if you don't do your work and you don't change and go to a different level, okay, in your underworld, and how do you not go to the different level because you didn't make it to the checkpoint on the level above that, then you're going to just only meet somebody else that looks different with the same issues, with the same problems. Why do you want to do that? Yes, history repeats itself, but it really doesn't have to. Okay, so yes. This also will bring us into Leo season, the sun. So yeah, just make sure that you are doing your inner work. The magician is here as a magician of the light, but he also is not scared of the darkness, and he can take you through the underworld as a guide. Okay, so when you enter your underworld, enter it with intention and say, I enter my underworld. Why? Because I want to heal. I want to continue on my ascension and evolution, and therefore I need to heal these things that I do not want to look at. My biggest, deepest fears and my biggest lies that I've told myself about my life and who I am and who people are and what life is. What if it was all a lie? That's a pretty big pill to swallow. Fortunately, we have the high priestess, or Hecate, as she's really guarding this. She's around very much so right now. So she wants you to do well, but you got to choose that for yourself. And she is wise. We have the owl here. We've got the wisdom. We've got maturity. Okay. We've got the elders leading us. Okay. But the elders sometimes can be like Heyokas. And the Heyokas teach in a very weird, sometimes confusing way at times. It's almost like a riddle. You're trying to solve a riddle, in your own life. And it's like, oh my God, what is this? What is this riddle that I'm trying to solve of my life? But eventually, you will find it. The magician as your guide. Hope to go to better places. Okay? Better situations, better scenarios, better relationships. Whether it's relationships you are working on, whether it's relationships that have ended, okay? Even if they ended, it doesn't mean that it can't come back together in the future. But make sure that you both come back together healed. Okay? but don't go back to the past. Do not go running back to the old way of doing things, what feels comfortable. And honestly, um, uh, so um, cancer, sorry, cancers kind of have a little bit of that tendency to stay close to home, to not take those risks, okay, to just play it safe. Um, and that could kind of be this devil energy coming in where it's like, stay close to home and, you know, just wanting to be like over nurtured, okay? But you've, we do need nurturing. Okay, we do need happiness, but don't look for it in the wrong places. Don't look for it in your addictions, and don't look for it in other people. Find that nurturing inside of yourself. Be your own mama, be your own daddy. Stop looking for other people to fill you up, because you could have a bazillion lovers. And if you can't fill your own cup up, nobody else is going to. Okay? It's better when we have somebody to drink from our chalice with, you know? But it doesn't mean that somebody, you know, like you bring your own cup and I'll bring mine and we'll both bring a bottle of lemonade. Okay. So I don't know. There's going to be some choices, decisions, but the advice is stay strong and know that you can change your life, you can heal your life, and we're all going through a little bit of something. And so let's be kind and remember, love is the greatest gift of all. Okay, the lover's card. We all just want to be loved, and we all want to love. Is how we are wired as humans. So um, figure out the best way to make that work. You know, just like I think that we all have good in us, and um, I think that we all have the want or desire to love and be loved. It just needs to be healthy. Okay, so thank you so much. I will probably do another reading here in July, but it seems like I'm getting the message every 2 weeks to come on. So I just do it when, you know, the universe gives me that nudge. So if you want to like and subscribe and turn on the bell, so in the future, when I do post a video, you know. Also, I've been putting yoga videos up that will be helpful in these transitions. I also want to give out a happy birthday, big fat hug to Princess Diana. July the 1st is her birthday. And believe me, if there's anybody that has been through some trials and tribulations, you know, she was very public about her trials and tribulations and the darkness that she had to go through. So even a princess cannot escape these lessons and these hardships. But she is definitely here with us, helping and bringing through the highest vibration of love, which is unconditional love. And I can feel her around me so much. So my eyes always tend to fill with water uh, when a spirit is coming through, and she is definitely here with us. So thank you so much. God bless you all. Have a great day, and happy birthday, Princess Diana. Thank you.